The legendary Arc 5 decks involve Speedroids, Lunalights, and of course, Odd Eyes. Although you can perform many different ways of summoning, each deck has a core focus from Pendulum, Fusion, and Synchro Summoning. As the intro suggests, I have the brand new legendary Arc 5 decks here to show you off, and I'm actually really excited because we get some new cards in here. We also get some rarity upgrades in the form of secret rares for certain cards, and I actually like all of the different strategies. I like that we've got Pendulum Summoning mechanic, we've got a Synchro Summoning mechanic, and then we also have a Fusion Summoning mechanic. So, with all of that out of the way, I'm going to dive headfirst into this product, show you what we've got, and explain some of the cards that we've got. So massive shout out as always to Konami for allowing me to open these up early for you all to see, and I will try and save the promo till the very end, and we're going to get deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3, and that is the promo there. So I'm just going to put this over to one side. We'll open that up at the end. Just confirm there is nothing else in the box. So let's start off with the first deck to come out of the box, and it is what I can only imagine is the Lunalight deck, because this will be the deck that involves the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. So I'm just going to try and open this up as gently as I possibly can. I'm actually quite excited about the Lunalights because I feel that Lunalights is always that type of deck that can be very aggressive. It can also be built to be very defensive, and it works all of its way into a Liger Dancer. So, as we undo that there, try and be as neat and tidy as I possibly can. So I'll zoom in so you can see the cards a lot closer as well. Starting off with a secret rare version of Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. Looks really nice actually. Then we have an ultra rare Lunalight Black Sheep. This is about time. This card is so pivotal for the deck. This is the card that gets you access to your polymerization. And then for this to finally have a foil upgrade, which matches the rest of the more recent Lunalight cards as well, is really nice. Our next one is a Lunalight Wolf as well. Again, another, I believe this is the highest rarity of the deck for this card. But this card's really good, as it basically allows you to set up a fusion summon using your graveyard and banishing them. So that's really cool. And then we get a Lunalight Emerald Bird, a Lunalight Scarlet Tiger. This is new. Ooh. If you activate a Lunalight monster's effect, except during the damage step, special summon this card from the hand. Then if you activated this effect during the turn your opponent activated a card or effect, you can add a polymerization from the deck or graveyard to the hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can special summon a Lunalight monster from your face-up extra deck or graveyard, except a level 5 monster, but it cannot activate its effects. Wow! What a great addition to the deck. This is really cool. Really cool. It's like a nice extender. It gives you access to polymerization. This is just overall really cool. Then we get a Lunalight Cat Dancer, a Lunalight Saber Dancer. Oh, and here we go. Here comes the generic reprint. So that's it for all of our foils. Really nice for the Scarlet Tiger. Hopefully they do what they did with the XX Sabers, so you can get a common version inside the deck as well, which is really cool. So we get a Fet Veiler, a common version of the Lunalight Black Sheep, another one, so that's a playset. Lunalight Tiger, Lunalight Kaleido Chick, 1 and 2. Ash Blossom Joyous Spring, can never go wrong with an Ash Blossom. Lunalight Yellow Martin, Tri-Brigade Fractal, of course. A Molchami Meows. This kind of seems to be the thing with the legendary decks, is that we're going to get all of the Molchamis reprinted in this, which is really nice. We get the Meows. Ooh, a common Lunalight Gold Leo. This is nice, because this was a secret rare, I believe, in Doom of Dimensions. So getting this reprinted is actually really important. Oh, and you get free. You get a playset. Let's go. Lunalight Silverhound, 1 and 2. I'm liking this. Polymerization, Foolish Burial, Fire Formation Tenki, Fire Formation Tenki, and a Fire Formation Tenki. Lunalight Perfume, Foolish Burial of Goods, Called by the Grave, Lunalight Fusion, Crossout Designator, Triple Tactic Talents, Pot of Prosperity, Triple Tactic Thrust, Heavy Polymerization. That's the one I was hoping was going to be in here as well. Really good card for the strategy, because it allows you to kind of fusion something from the extra deck using 3 or more monsters from the hand or field. But on top of that, you also get to banish monsters from the extra deck as material, up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. So very good going second. Lunalight Masquerade, 1, 2, and free. Infinite Impermanence, Lunalight Serenade Dance, The Black Goat Laughs, Lunalight Panther Dancer, Lunalight Leo Dancer, another Lunalight Leo Dancer, and there she is, the Lunalight Liger Dancer with 2 copies. The Perfume Dancer also of 2 copies, and the Outer Entity Nyala, Time Thief Redoer, Salamangreat Almirage, and a cross sheet followed up by an SP Little Knight. Very nice. Nice and generic on that one. Awesome. Okay, so there's one new card in here. It is only the ultra rare, but that's still very good. Maybe it comes as one of the secret rare upgrades as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later on because the new cards are awesome. The second deck we're going to be looking at of this is going to be our Speedroids. Now, I'm actually really excited about Speedroids because I'm like a massive fan of the synchro mechanic. I think the synchro mechanic's really, really fun. And I like what the Speedroid deck can do. It's had some recent support as well, which really kind of gives it a little bit more of a fun edge to it. And it's all about getting access to like your crystal wings, your clear wings, and you can see your crystal clear wing synchro over dragon as well. So you've got loads of different synchro accesses and it revolves around access to your wind synchros. So we start off with our crystal clear wing over synchro dragon, Speedroid Terratop, the classic, Speedroid Tuckentongborg, nice, and a brand new Speedroid Daruma Knocker, heck yeah. If this card is in the hand, you get to send a Speedroid card from the deck to the grave except itself and special summon it. You can't special summon for the rest of the turn except wins, which is absolutely fine with the strategy. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add a Speedroid spell or trap from the deck to the hand. Then if you control a clear wing monster, you get to destroy 1 monster on the field. Only each effect once per turn. These cards, I'm sensing a theme here with the new cards for each of these. This one is really good for the strategy. An extender, a level 4 tuner, access to your spells and traps, really cool. High Speedroid Kite Drake, High Speedroid Glider 2, the Rubber Band Shooter, and then our reprint of Effect Veiler, Droll and Lockbird ×2, Speedroid Terratop, which now completes our playset, Double Yo-Yo, another Tuckentongborg, and another Tuckentongborg, Red Eye Dice, Den, another Ash Blossom. Okay, cool. So that's two Ash Blossoms. Speedroid Marble Machine ×1, 2, 3. Perfect. Nibiru the Primal Being ×1 and 2. Card Turbo ×1 and 2. Ultra Hound, the more charming Forlos. The Speedroid Wing Synchron ×2. Oh, there we go. And we got a common version of the Daruma Knocker. Okay, I'll take that. Speed Recovery, nice, Called by the Grave. True Tactic Talents, Speedroid Will ×3. Speedroid Scratch ×3 as well. An Infinite Impermanence ×2. Our Speedroid Duplicate, our Speedroid Clear Wing Wonder. And then here comes our Synchro Monsters in Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, High Speedroid Chambara, Hogita, Stardust Charge Warrior, High Speedroid Puzzle, Clear Wing Fast Dragon, Cork Shooter, Clear Wing Synchro, Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, High Speedroid Clear Wing Rider, another High Speedroid Glider, and another Rubber Band Shooter. Interesting. Okay. I like the new card for this as well. So that then means that there should be a new card for Odd Eyes. So moving on to our third and final deck, starting off with a Secret Rare Skullcrobat Joker. Nice. I remember Skullcrobat Joker during Pepe format. Very, very cool card and deck, and it looks really nice. The secret on this really shines and pops. So the Perform Power Skullcrobat Joker, our Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon, and Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, and there is the Odd Eyes Soul Blaze Dragon. If this card is special summoned, you get to special summon a face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck. You cannot special summon except Pendulum monsters while you control this face-up monster. If this card is in the graveyard, you get to banish 2 other monsters, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Pendulum, from your graveyard to special summon this card. You can only use 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. Nice. Ooh, alternative artwork for Access Code Talker. Very nice. Xyz the Pendulum. Again, really great card. Ooh, Odd Eyes Override Dragon. So I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I can't remember if the Soul Blaze was the original or if this is an import, but this is new. I've never seen this card before. So this is Odd Eyes Override Dragon. 2+ monsters including a pendulum monster. Target one other card you control, destroy it, and if you do, draw one card. During your turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, discard a card, negate the effect. Nice. You can only use each of the preceding effects once per turn. If you destroyed a pendulum monster card by this card's first effect, during your main phase this turn, you can conduct one pendulum summon of performer power monsters, magician pendulum monsters, and or odd eyes monsters in addition to your pendulum summon. You can only gain this effect once per turn. That is perfection. It's giving like Firewall vibes with the artwork and the fact that it's light as well. But that, for this art type, is perfection, because if you want to play the Pendulum Magicians, which I'm hoping are going to filter in here, we'll see soon. But this card's really cool. I like that. So, Drone Lockbird, ×2. Perform Power Pendulum Sorcerer, another Skullcrobat Joker, ×3 now. Our Monkey Board, nice. This card was such a good card and still is a really good card for the Perform Powers. Persona Dragon, Astrograph Sorcerer. There's our Ash Blossom. I thought this was going to be the only one without an Ash Blossom. Then we've got our Odd Eyes Dissolver, Odd Eyes Synchron, Odd Eyes Art Pendulum. Such a cool card, because in the Pendulum Zone, if a face-up Odd Eyes cards you control is destroyed by battle card effect, you get special on any Odd Eyes monster from the hand, deck, or grave, which is really nice. And we're going to get 3 copies of this. We get an Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, and that is going to be 3 copies as well. Then we've got the Performer Power Odd Eyes Butler, Odd Eyes Valet, our Gentrude, and our Lady Ange, Odd Eyes Seer. We're going to get 3 copies of that. There is our Charmy for this deck, and that's going to be Perulio. Sky Iris, of course, such an incredible field spell for the deck. Called by the Grave. Woo! Primite Lordy Load. Wow, okay. I mean, it makes sense with the Odd Eyes. That's really cool. Oh, and we're going to get 3 copies, and the Primite Roar. Nice. And the Drill Beams. Nice. Whoa! A common Chaos Angel. I mean, not this was incredibly hard to get, but it's just such a cool card. And I love getting it. The fact that we've got this in here is awesome. Odd Eyes Rebellion, absolute. Raging Dragon, Dragon Overlord, Raider's Knight, Arc Rebellion, IP Masquerena, and there we go, Beyond the Pendulum, and an SP Little Knight. Wow, okay. I really like these. I think all the new cards are really cool for the strategies. So let's get into our final piece. So this is going to be the promos. So I believe you get 1 promo from each deck, which will be a secret rare upgrade. And there is a slight chance that one of those could also be upgraded as a Starlight rare as well. So let's start with our first card here. And this is going to be a secret rare version of Lunalight Yellow Martin. Very nice. Our second one, please be Speedroids, and I would have done this like in perfection. It is! It's the High Speedroid Cork Shooter. There we go. Very nice. And our final promo is a Beyond the Pendulum as a secret rare. Very, very nice. Okay. I'm really excited about these decks. I think these are really cool. I love how they're different summoning mechanics. So with the Lunalights, you do involve your Link summons as well. But Lunalights are predominantly fusion-based. Then your Speedroids are more times than not predominantly synchro-based, and again, they involve the Link summoning mechanic. But then on top of that, you then get the Odd Eyes deck, which its sole mechanic is like pendulum summoning, but then it involves synchros, it can involve Xyzs, it can involve fusions, and of course it involves Link monsters as well. So I feel that the Pendulum one is one of the ones where if you want to deal with multiple summoning mechanics, so if you're coming back into the game, you're like, I just want to dive straight into the deep end and I want to learn every mechanic at its basics, that's the best one for you. If you're a Synchron fan, that is the best one, or a Synchro fan, that is the best one for you. And if you're a Fusion fan, that is the best one for you. So it's just actually a really nice overall product, and it gives you pretty much everything you need. So all of these decks will be ready to go. This is all going to come down to testing on how many Scarlet Tigers you need. But again, all of these are ready to go because you can search out your Lunalights incredibly easy inside the deck. So, and even if you don't use this as an extender, you can still just get it sent to the graveyard and then utilize its graveyard effect as well, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm actually really excited about these. I will be bringing you profiles for every single one of these, just to kind of give you a bit more expansion, but there's very little that you actually need to change, if anything, with these, apart from adding in more copies of stuff like your Ash Blossoms, but you can kind of complete that if you just buy one full deck, and then you can just move some of your hand interactions across and then completely fill out the deck and everything you need to. Anyway, thank you so much to Konami for allowing me to open these up. These are really cool new cards as well. This is something that I love seeing because it kind of gives it a nice little... It gives access to all of the cards, to these type of decks for everyone, and then gives a nice new introduction card that really kind of takes the deck up a step for pretty much all duelists as well, which is awesome to see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, as absolutely always, stay safe, and of course, happy dueling. The legendary Arc 5 decks will be available online or in stores as of the 6th of August. Make sure you pick yours up to unlock the potential of Speedroids, Lunalights, and of course, Odd Eyes.